Hello and welcome to All Aboard Resin Creations. I thought I'd do a trinket tray today, and I've got these lovely well, they're actually window stickers that I've got from Temu. So there's all different penguins on there, and then you get 3 sheets in a pack, and then you've got like 2 large ones on that one. So I thought I'd use possibly either that one or that one today. But to start with, we're going to get some Resin down into this trinket tray. So I'm using Resin today by JDiction. It's an eco resin, and it's mixed by 100 grams powder to 30 to 35 grams of water. So I've got some powder weighed out here. I've got 300 grams of powder. So I'm going to pop that in there. And then I've got 105 grams of water. So I'm going to add that to there and then give it a good mix. I'm also going to be I'm going to be colouring this just in like a plain blue today. So I'm going to give this a good mix. Right, that's all mixed up nicely now. So I'm going to be adding some Blue Lagoon from Homeware Designs. So give that a good shake, and then I'm going to add, without the lid top. Oh dear. So I'm going to add a few drops of that into there, and then give that a good mix. Actually, I might leave a few little streaky bits in there, not mix it in completely. So now I'm going to add, I've got Resin does stick to, if you put glitter down, Resin does stick to the glitter, or the glitter does stick to the Resin. So I've got some Homeware premium glitter in white. So I'm going to sprinkle, just pour some into my hand, and then I'm just going to sprinkle some glitter over the top of the tray. And then we're pouring the Resin. So we get that poured in there. And then give that a shake. And then we'll just top it up with the remainder in there. Right, so it's not quite up to the top, but I think that'll be okay. And then I'm just going to go around the outside with a little micro brush, just to release any bubbles that might be in there. And then we're going to pop that to one side. Let's see if I can scoop that over. Little bubble come up there, so we'll pop that one. Right, and now I've got a little tea light heart mould that I want to add, so once it's done it can sit on the tray. So I've got 100 grams of powder and I've got 35 grams of water. So I'm going to give that a mix together. And get that all stirred in. So that's all nicely mixed in there now. So I'm just going to add that. I'm just going to leave this plain white. So I'm going to pop that in the mould. Do about half full. Give it a good shake. And then top it up. And then we'll leave these to set up, and I'll be back in a minute when they're all ready to demould. These have all cured up nicely now, so let's pop these out the moulds and see how they've turned out. Pop that back in the right way. So that's our little heart mould for our tea light. Let's see how this one's turned out. And then that's our blue one. You can see the glitter sparkling on that. It's picked it up lovely. Pleased with that. So we'll leave those to dry out for a bit, and then we'll give it a coat of wax, and then we'll get these stickers on. This is all dried off nicely now overnight, so we're going to be giving it a seal. So I'm going to be using Clark's Stone and Concrete wax, and then we're just going to get some of this onto a cloth and then wipe it all over. That'll bring the colour out and give it a good seal. So we're going to go around all the edges. And then you can take a dry piece of the cloth and then give it a buff. So that's that one. And then we'll do the same with the tea light holder. Get into the middle there. And then we'll leave those to dry for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get some stickers on. So I think I'm going to be using this little penguin today. So cut him out, because this sheet is all in one, they're not individual. So I'm just going to cut round, cut close to the actual image, all the way around. So that's our snowman, not snowman, our penguin all cut out. So I want him to sit there, but I want some snow to be down the bottom there. So I've got some glue, tack it over and over. And I'm just going to put some glue down the bottom here. And then just roughly squish that on with a brush. So the brush is just giving it some rough edges there. And then we're going to let this go tacky. And then I'm going to put some glitter on there for the snow. So I'm going to be using Hemway glitter. I've got baby blue and I've got white. So I'm just going to let this dry off now. Leave this to go clear and tacky. And then we'll get some glitter on there. So this is dried clear now. And so we're going to be sprinkling on some glitter. I'll just put that under a piece of paper so I can save some. So I'm just going to sprinkle this all over where the glue was. And then I'll put some random patches of the blue in. And then a bit more of the white. And then we'll tap that off. And then we've got our little sparkly glittery snow base for our snowman. Oh, I keep saying snowman, penguin. Why do I keep saying snowman? So I'm just going to brush off these excess bits here. And then we'll get our penguin. So I'll take the back and off of this. And then we're going to place our little penguin down there. So he's now in his snow. And I think I might cut out a couple of snowflakes maybe. So we cut this one out because this one's quite small. And then just cut around there. And then we could put one down there. Oops. So we've got a little snowflake there. And then let's cut out these two on here. So that one there. And that one there. Cut around those. And we put those, so where's our tea light going to sit? There. So I think we put them there and there. So we put that one there. put this one down there. So then he's looking like that at the moment. So we want to seal all this in with some resin. So I'm just going to go and mix up some resin and I'll be back in a minute. So I just realised that this has like a top coat that actually like peels off. So I'm just going to peel that off, which will leave the sticker. Oh, I don't think it was going to work over that glitter. It might take the glitter off. Just hold that down carefully. So I'll just do the same with these ones here. And then this last one here. Get under it. Right, that's better, isn't it? Didn't realise they did that. Right, so now I'm going to go and mix up some resin. So back in a minute. I've got some Polycraft Opticast 1000, which is a polyurethane resin, but it dries clear, so I'm going to be using that for the top coat today. And I've also got my hands on this lovely crushed crystal. I've seen the lovely Michelle from Glitz and Glitter use this all the time, so I'm going to be putting a little bit of that in. So I'm going to start by, this is a mixture of 100 grams A to 120 grams B. So I'm going to add, I'll half it and do 50 grams of part A. And then before I mix it, I'm going to add in a little bit of the crushed crystal. You don't need a lot of this apparently, so I'm only going to put a tiny amount in there. And then give that a stir in. Not sure how much to add of this. I might just put a tiny bit more in. Let's put a tiny bit more in, shall we? Can you have too much glitter? Right, let's pop that amount in. It's the first time using this, so I need to get used to how much to use. Right, so now we're tear the scale, and now I'm going to add 60 grams of the other part. Oh, I've made up way too much. to find another mould to put this in. So give this a good stir. You do have a bit more of a working time with this. I think it's 8 to 10 minutes pot life, and the curing time is 60 minutes. So unlike the other polyurethane resin, sets up within about 20 minutes, and you only have about 30 seconds to stir it. You have a lot more working time with this. So hopefully that'll give me enough time to find another little mould to put this in, because I have made up way too much. So give this a good stir. And then we give this a thin layer of this resin just to seal everything off. So I'm just going to, it is lovely and watery like the other polyurethane resin. So I don't want it too thick because I still want to have it as a bit of a tray. So it still has a lip there. You can see all that lovely crushed crystal in there. So I'm just going to give this a quick torch. Get rid of any bubbles. And then I need to find something for that. I think I'll just pop it in there, and then I can always top it up with something else, because it's not going to be enough to fill it. We'll just use up that leftover in there. And I think I might add just a little bit of blue in there. So it won't matter if it sinks. I'm not sure if it will, but whatever it does will be fine. And then we'll leave these to cure up for about an hour, and then I'll be back in a minute. Well, I won't be back in a minute. I'll be back in an hour. This is all cured up nicely now, and this one. So we'll pop this one out first. Let's see how this one's turned out. Bit of overspill there to file down. So that's our little heart finish there. So that's our little extra. And then that's our little tea light holder to go on there. So I lost a lot of the snow effect that I did down the bottom, but I think there's enough bling in there. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end.
Frosty winds on a December night, laughter ringing, pure delight. Santa's sleigh takes off in flight, reindeer dashing through the light.